everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. This is the start of a new series called Local Legends. The aim of these videos is to highlight some of the lesser known aspects of places and their smaller inner places. Today I'm going to be talking about Veterans Park and its several attractions, and a little bit of history about each item if I could find it. We're also going to include some of my personal history exploring the park. Veterans Park was commissioned in 2001 and houses the city's memorial for the local residents who left to fight for America. The park around the memorial features a children's park, several pavilions and hiking paths, a wildlife preservation area, a horse trail, and a disc golf course. The park as a whole is maintained by the city, while the disc golf course has private citizens working on it. The wildlife preservation area looks its best towards the beginning of spring. The footage you will see now shows how it is not very beautiful in February. That's on me. The trails cutting through the area are wide enough to give people and the environment the opportunity to coexist as tourists choose to walk through this beautiful paved trail. A little fun fact to close off this section is that there is a city ordinance banning horse riding in the main area of the park. I was not able to find the exact wording of the ordinance. I can only imagine the early 2000s. There was a incident where equestrians got into scuffles with dog owners. The main attraction that inspired me to make this little documentary is the local art installation of the Shoe Tree. My first time seeing this attraction was in 2019, and since there has been a total addition of at least 20 different pairs and individual shoes thrown or nailed onto the tree. It originally had a sign marking where it was located and it had the official name listed on the sign, but that has since been removed or vandalized. The tree sits just 100-ish feet away from the final stretch of the disc golf course, across from the stream that flows through the park. When researching the history of this tree, I can only find a Reddit post describing how they believe that it's just a local art thing for anyone to contribute to. Note: if any city officials see this video, please do not cut down this tree. Local art like this is vital to the community, and I am only showing this to the internet to display its current progress and exposing it to an audience outside of Texas. Nearby to the shoe tree is a little clearing that some of the teenagers or some random passerbys sometimes hang out in, and in 2019, I found this unique symbol painted on this tree. As of February of 2026, the paint is worn away almost completely. The following selection of different stuff is a compilation of videos and pictures I took from the hiking trails and a few concerning things I had found while walking through them. There is a circle of rocks that are just a short walk up the hill from the steel bridge, and the graffiti you see was not originally there in my first 2019 visit. I really wish people would just respect the different hangout spots and keep them clean for the next group to use it. This next video shows a pile of fiberglass tiles from a nearby pavilion just sitting in the trees about 50 yards away. My main issue with this is just the common sense conclusion that animals and dumb people are likely to stumble across this and start playing with the tiles, not understanding the dangers of the microfibers. I really hope someone in the local government can have someone come out and clean this hazard up before anything gets hurt. Here we have a video showcasing a beautiful walk around one of the several creek beds that are fed by the stream I mentioned in the previous section. I just love the natural erosion and the way plants have grown around this bend. A little thing I noticed in my February visit is that the hiking trails were littered with this shrub that produced these blueberry-esque berries. I took a few photos and videos in hopes of finding out what these were, just to warn anyone watching that they are the tree privet, or species name, Ligstrom ludicum, or lucidum. The berries are toxic to humans and mammals in high doses, so I wouldn't get excited about free food on your walk. To round this out, I also found a plastic plate with a very ominous text on it. It was freaky, and I do not feel like investigating any further. Now, I've got three personal stories to tell while I show some other footage of the park. Nothing shown will be relevant to the stories I tell. I did not visit the park between 2023 and 2025 because towards the beginning of 2022, my brother and I had decided to mess with a pile of stones owned by the disc golf people. They ran over to us and threatened to beat the crap out of two miners for messing with their pallet of stones. I just want to say sorry in case any of you guys are watching this. And I also want to add, you might want to put up a damn sign next time instead of expecting every visitor to your park to know that someone owns a pallet of rocks sitting in the middle of an isolated clearing. We two idiots should not have been messing with them. I can say that. But come on, there's no indication that they were there for any reason other than a random dump. Story number two is from my brother. He was out with his friends one day in, I want to say, about 2021. He didn't tell me the year. He was walking along the hiking trails with his friends when they heard rustling in the nearby bushes. Now, the natural conclusion of teenage boys is that there were two people having a nice little co-population moment, if you get what I mean. When my brother goes to interrupt their act of public indecency, he walks around the bushes to see that a person he knew, classmate or otherwise, was sitting there trying to wrestle a goddamn raccoon. I can only hope that the raccoon lived a normal life after this event, and that monstrous Neanderthal was relocated back with his people in the Swiss Alps. And my third story, this takes place in about 2019. A few hundred feet past the Shoe Tree clearing, there is a fence separating the public park land and the neighboring country club. A former friend, my brother and I had all crossed under a part of the fence where the ground was eroded away by the stream. Walking along the stream in the country club's property, we noticed that it turns into a larger river. Before we got too far along the river section, the manager slash owner of the country club, and I have to assume his wife, drove out in a golf cart and told us teenagers that we were trespassing and we would be shot if we did not turn around. Needless to say, we calmly walked out of view before scrambling back under the fence and running away. As a final note, if you are a minor and are thinking of going to the park, maybe avoid any people if you cross into the hiking territory. To conclude this video, Veterans Park is a wonderful attraction with a diverse list of activities and attractions. Despite some of my negative interactions with the park, I will be an occasional visitor for the rest of my time in Texas. If you would like to check my sources for the information I provided, I will have a PDF link in the description to the script with my citations at the bottom. Thank you for watching this weird project of mine, and I hope you learned something watching me ramble. Keep spreading peace, love, and positivity, y'all. My natural born enemy. You.